everyone, thanks for watching my online lesson on equation of a straight line graph from 2 points. So this topic is on foundation and higher tier. It's new to foundation this year and it is quite a difficult topic. You really need to be confident first on finding the equation of a straight line graph from the gradient and a given point before you attempt this. This question says find the equation of the straight line graph through 4, 6 and 8, 26. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little sketch of these points just to show you what's happening. Here's my sketch. So you can see I've got my 2 points, 4, 6 and 8, 26, and that's my line. It doesn't have to be really accurate, I'm just doing a little sketch so we can see what is happening. Now if I was to find the gradient of this line, I'd draw in a triangle. It looks something like this, and I'd need to find the height of this triangle and divide it by its width. So if we look here, the height of the triangle is actually the difference between this 26 and the 6 here. So it's actually the difference in my y values. So I'm going to do 26, take away 6, which gives me 20. And then the width of my triangle here is the difference between the 4 and the 8. So it's the difference between these x values. So I'm going to do 8, take away 4, which is 4. So the gradient of my line is 20 divided by 4. It's 5. Now that I've got this, I'm going to do what I did in my video on equation of a straight line graph from a gradient and a point. So I've got y equals, well I know the gradient's 5, so 5x plus c. I need to find out what c is because I don't know what my y-intercept is. I can pick either one of these 2 points they've given me, here or here. So I'm going to go for this one, it looks easier. I'm going to go for 4, 6. So when y is 6, x is 4. So when y is 6, x is 4. Let's just simplify this a little bit more. That's 20 plus c. So this means that c must be minus 14. So the equation of my straight line graph is y equals 5x minus 14. Here's a second example. This one's slightly trickier because we've got some negative values in. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to start by drawing a sketch. This just allows me to see what's happening a little bit clearer. So here's my sketch. By doing this sketch I can see that the answer I should get for my gradient should be a negative gradient. So drawing a sketch can be really useful here. So if I draw my triangle in again, this is what my triangle is going to look like now. There we go. The height of my triangle this time is going to be the difference between the 3 and the minus 5. So I'm going to do 3 take away minus 5. So 3 take away minus 5. The height of my triangle is 8. Again, by doing that little sketch, it makes it more obvious that the height is not 2. Now I have to find the width of my triangle, so I can see the width is the difference between the minus 2 and the 2 here. The way that I make sure that I get a negative answer for my gradient is you can see here I've done 3 take away minus 5, so I have to do minus 2 take away 2. I have to do it in the same order for my y's and my x's. So I'm going to do minus 2 take away 2, well that's minus 4, so you can see the gradient I get is my height divided by my width, so my gradient is minus 2. I could have just done that the width is 4, done 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then made sure I turn my answer into a negative, but it'll only be obvious to do that if you do a sketch. So now I know that my gradient is minus 2, I can start setting up my equation. So I've got y equals, the gradient's minus 2, so it's minus 2x plus c. I need to find out what this value of c is. So I can pick either one of these 2 points I have up here. I'm going to go for the first one. So when x is minus 2, y is 3. So 3 equals minus 2 times minus 2 plus c. So that's 3 equals minus 2 times minus 2 is 4 plus c. So c must be minus 1. So the equation of my straight line graph is y equals minus 2x minus 1. Here are 2 questions for you to try. The first one's more straightforward, the second one is more complicated. For either one, I would advise doing a sketch first. If you pause the video now, you can unpause it when you're ready to see the solutions. Here's the full solutions. I didn't do a sketch purely because I didn't have enough space to do one, but I'm going to show you how I managed to do it without a sketch. So the first one, I find the difference in my y values, which is 13 take away 7, so that's 6. And then because I've done 13 take away 7, I had to make sure I do 2 take away 0, which is 2. That gives me a gradient of 3. And then by setting up this equation and substituting in, I picked the first one, the 0 and the 7. I found that c must be 7, so the equation of my straight line is y equals 3x plus 7. For the second one, the difference in my y values, I did 12 take away 8, which is 4. And then because I did 12 take away 8, I had to do minus 3 take away minus 1. This gives me the same as minus 3 add 1, which is minus 2. So by doing this, I know my gradient is negative without having to do a sketch. So my gradient is 4 divided by minus 2, which is minus 2. I set up this equation here, and to find c, I substituted in the second point. But either point would work. So I got the value of c must be 6. So the equation of my straight line is y equals minus 2x plus 6. Thank you for watching.